friends, this is Kelly at Memory Bound, and this week for our video I want to show you this really fun stamp set from Bo Bunny, and it's called Eggcellent, which I absolutely love that. And we made one card with it, and you can see how you can take the egg and add your little ears and your feet and do something fun. What I want to show you today is how to do a pile of eggs like this for a card front, and that's going to involve some masking, and it's going to involve some watercolor and some distress watercolor paper. You could use any watercolor paper, and you want to cut it to the size that you need for your card front. One thing about when you are stamping, we're going to have to mask, or we would have eggs on top of eggs on top of eggs. My paper, I have put all my little stamps on blocks, and this stamp set stamps really nicely. If you want to use a MISTI, you can, but you don't need to. I made a mask by stamping the egg on this Inkadinkadoo masking paper, and I just stamped it and then cut them out. So I have lots of little sticky eggs. It's kind of like a Post-it note. I peeled off the backing, and it's ready to stick. I've just stuck them on my table here so they're easy access. Another option that you could use for your masking is this Post-it note tape. It doesn't have the backing, so you just stamp your eggs and cut them out, and it would be sticky and ready to go. I'm using the archival ink because I'm going to be using watercolor, and this is waterproof. I'm going to stamp like 4 of them right across the bottom, and look how nicely they stamp. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stick my little masks, paper masks, right over the top of these, and I cut out a lot because I just thought it would be easier. So those are all covered. Take my next Easter egg, and I'm going to stamp right over the top of those. It looks a little messy, but no worries. It's going to be just fine and dandy. Okay, now here's the fun part. That looks really messy, but I take off my masks, and look how nicely those are layered. Really cool. Now this looks really nice as it is, but we're going to go ahead and add a couple more just so you can see the effect. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm putting my little sticky paper right over the top of those eggs. I'm going to grab another stamp, and I'm going to put one right here. And then I take off the mask, and there I have another little pile. I have everything stamped with the archival ink, and now we're going to color them in. And we're going to use watercolor, but we're going to start with Tombow markers. I picked out a few colors, and all I'm going to do is outline the eggs like so. And I might go across a little bit if there's a stripe. And then I'm going to go ahead and use a pink color. And I'm just, you can put a little bit more on the bottom. I'm going to use some orange. These Tombow markers react with water, so they become a watercolor medium. Do another color of green here. Everything is colored in, and it looks a little bit messy. Then I'm going to take a water brush, and I'm just going to kind of get it wet, paintbrush, and then I'm just going to pull the color into the egg. So I'm pulling in from the outside and bringing the color in. I'm going to do the same colors at once. You can also use a water brush, which is just like a paintbrush, but the water is loaded in the brush, and we are just spreading the color out around the eggs. And if you're using a water brush, it's a good idea to, after you use a color, to just clean your brush off. So we have everything all painted. Put it on this mat. We have a fun little plaid paper that's going to be on the front of our card, and we're going to pop this on and put on our Easter wishes. Thanks for joining us today. I hope you learned how to do some masking and how to make some fun little Easter cards that are piled with Easter eggs and Easter wishes. Stop in and see us soon. Have a great day.